All right, so this is basically the summary of everything. So for fasting, again, it's a strategy that can be done weekly or daily or bi-weekly. I probably will start actually doing 24-hour fasting again because I just found out that I'm going to Florida in like 2 weeks, and since I got a little chubby with the flu, an easy strategy for me. I don't feel like fucking manipulating my macros and stuff. I eat the same crap every day. So for me, I have to do sometimes a little bit more of aggressive protocols. So I will do, and the reason why is because I don't have to think about it. That's like the best thing is like, cool, I'm just not eating today. Like, it's not that hard. I'll do a 24-hour fast. I'll have this stuff right here and I'll just put it on repeat. And what's kind of cool too is if you get on the scale the next day, you're always going to feel a drop. If you drink a ton of water, I think you can avoid the hunger pangs. You're going to get hunger pangs because your body is sending to your brain the times that you normally eat. Sometimes hot liquids. And I would on a 24-hour fast, I would allow some miso soup and bone broth too. A small cup should be fine. So that's a lot of stuff to intake in your body. Hot liquids tend to soothe any sort of hunger pangs, and most of the time during fasting, people just forget to drink water, and the headache is usually coming from a lack of dehydration. So this can definitely be done once a week if you just want to throw it in there. I always used to, when I was drinking like a lot and I'd get fucking really hungover and I ate pizza, drank a ton of beers, I'd use the 24-hour fast to, again, mitigate the damage because I was normal and then I went up high and then I did the 24-hour fast, so I'm back here. So that will only be maintenance if you do a massive cheat day. If you want to lose weight, you're still eating clean and taking that 24-hour day. The daily 10-hour, to me, I think that's the easiest one if you want to implement it to just cut in your eating window. And the thing too, it works with like brunches. So I know that you go out for brunch, you're home for breakfast, so you could just push your breakfast back. So if you guys end up going out at night, like this doesn't really interrupt like, oh, well, I can't eat past like 7 or 8. Like that's just ridiculous. So it's always easy to control the times that you have the most control over. And to me, what it seems like is that the morning is the time that you have the most control, where later on in the day you might schedule with some friends or like go out and do something, so it wouldn't really interrupt too much in your social life. The warrior diet, again, I've seen people be very successful with it because they can go, they are so busy during the day that by the time they get back from home from work around 3 or 4, they can start to eat, and just there's no restriction really on eating. But this would be something I would do if you weren't on like a 5-2, okay? I want to preface, you can do it with the 5-2. I just don't really see that being a good idea because it's super aggressive. And if you were in your 20s and single, I'd force you to do it, because you'd get ridiculous results. But there's different things going on. Like you are breastfeeding, you have to understand that you still need like a certain amount of nutrients. And I don't know if you're going to fit that in 4 hours. Okay? If you're done breastfeeding and you get off 5-2 and you just want to follow like a normal eating schedule and eat with a 4-hour window a couple days a week, again, you're going to have some massive caloric reduction because you're just not eating at specific meal times. So that's what this stuff really comes down to. It's more or less strategies at different implementations, and you don't have to follow one for a specific amount of time. I'll do the 24 hours like in the month of now for the rest of February, and then I'll probably not do that and go back to a daily 10. The key is that you always want to be switching a strategy to ride out for a couple months until your metabolism figures it out. I think it takes 90 days for your metabolism to figure something out. So you could literally like just work these and that would cover the year. You could just do 24-hour fasting one time a month for 3 months and you would drop a shitload of weight. Then you're like, okay, cool, like I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to kind of eat regularly during the week. Another 3 months you can do the daily 10-hour eating. And then you're like, listen, I want to be crazy. I want to try the warrior diet for like 90 days or Monday through Thursday. When you get back to work, those are probably the busiest days, and then you can just kind of eat whatever you want on the weekends. You could probably actually get away with tons of eating and drinking because it really doesn't matter because you can't just eat that much volume of food in 4 hours. So I hope that kind of sums everything up with fasting. Again, fasting is by far one of my favorite strategies, but you just can't intermittent fast if you're eating shit. And that's probably the biggest thing that I think people get away with. They're like, cool, why am I not losing weight just doing a 24-hour fast? Well, because for 6 days you're eating like garbage. So that's where people get caught up in like dogmatic approaches and behaviors. Again, all of these things are strategy. Keto is a strategy. Paleo is a strategy. The Whole30, they're all strategies, but they need to be set in a foundation of a good, solid, healthy diet, which is what you're at now. You know how many macros you're supposed to be eating. We kind of cleaned out the crap. So right now is kind of fun because anything that you do, you will lose weight. To be honest, I've lost weight with every single program I've ever tried because my system, I had a clean system to start. You know, your digestive enzymes are cleaned up, you're getting hydrated. If you forget all of those things, no system will work. Okay, so just make sure, again, you always want to be eating lots of vegetables, lots of water. Water and veggies to me are like the foundation of your diet, and then you kind of build and build and build on top of there. Strategies are just kind of slick ways that you can maneuver some stuff. And, you know, in the long run, the end of the day, it always comes back to the basics. You know, making sure you're getting your protein and your carbs set. Most of your diet should be plants, water, and fruit, and then everything else is good. Well, beside those 2 days, no fruit. All right, so hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know.